a joy ever since. So that's why we're so happily gay living, and forever after, well, we'll see how long the forever after is. I hope everything has been going well with you. We're certainly struggling at this point in time to get some subscribers. I guess they're looking us over really closely. I know we're getting some bites on the films that were first put in there. So, folks, if you just started to watch us, thank you, and we certainly do it all for you, basically. I think that a midlife perspective from a 20-year-old gay relationship is probably as rare as, I don't know, having your first boyfriend at 24 become your husband. We only had, as far as I know, we only had 3 boyfriends before Brad was my choice, and I think, well, he did it easy. The family really probably couldn't take it at the time, and he was, do I dare say, heterosexually engaged for I think it's about 3 years, and thankfully he saw the light. He knew what he was, but he just didn't want to stir up anything that would have created a mess for him with his family relationship. Is it a wise thing to do? Probably not. I don't blame him anymore. I just always say to him, I couldn't do that to another person, and I don't think I'm that good of a liar, so I kept it to myself. I was just looking, and that's probably what we all do, but back in the 80s.
I'm from Chicago. You either roll with it, at some point you go home.
It's all better.
We got TV. Shut up and wait till we're finished. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to ask that of you. How long has your last relationship, your ongoing relationship been? What do you do to keep it fresh? What do you do to develop your own traditions of your own family? Because that's what it is, it's your family. And I'd just be curious to hear from you to see what, what you do for you two. You both have become one, but keep your individuality. And then there's a synergy of the both of you. 1 + 1 does not equal 2 in a relationship. It equals 3 or many more. You all bring something separate, and you all bring it together under your roof. Isn't that cute? Yeah, but we try to keep some very strong traditions here, and I think it's been very beneficial for us to keep these traditions. Our families, respective families, have either rejected us or we've rejected them for their attitudes, or they're just not here anymore. I was in love with Brad's aunt. Brad's aunt Evie took the place very nicely of my mom, who died at 75 back in 1990. And unfortunately, she did not have a good go of it, because she was married to a man that didn't love her for 49 years. That's because they were Catholic. Other issues that made things not so great with my family was that my sister, who was about 10.5 years older than I am, just started to really feel a great resentment towards me being that much younger, maybe more pandered to. She was long gone, but I had the benefit of having my parents become friends because they were older, and I enjoyed their company. We laughed, and we had a lot of things in common. It was a good relationship when we had it, and I didn't see any need to leave home, and also either leaving home, but making things more complicated when I was living at home with them. Plus, I was back in the Philly area then, and I still miss it. I mean, I really became an adult in Philadelphia and in South Jersey. I had a really good college experience at Rutgers for 4 years, with some good friends. And neighbors were great. They became very close because we lived in the same home in New Jersey for 23 years. And they're good people. Such a pleasure getting out of New York City. We left behind a lot of pretension, and that was a good thing. So anyway, that's what the topic of discussion is. What do you guys do to keep your relationship fresh? And Have you had to go to try a few things before you started to see you two click together again? Do you keep social media out of your weekends and evenings at times just so you two can focus on each other, come together? Those are the kind of things that I'm curious to know because it is important. There's so many people that are seemingly happy and then they break up, and it's sad. It really is sad. I think if they've loved each other for 5 to 10 years, it doesn't make any sense why you can't just try something a little bit different to bring that love back into your lives again. But I'm an observer in that regard. I think we waited for each other. We clicked. We've had issues, mostly to do with employment and family. Not so many monetary issues, because I don't pay attention to Brad when it comes to what I think I need to put in this house and around the house to make it look more cozy. He's come around. He knows this is our nest. We have some pretty ugly neighbor situations going on around us, but not so much at the home. And I am trying to tone that down because Brad is very. He doesn't want to. He's a non-involved person when it comes to dealing with neighbors. I'm here most of the time, so it gives me a chance to be more pissed off at them. But they know who they are. I'm taking steps to make sure that's covered. I.e., don't know if I need a lawyer, but we're walking through the landscape yard cutters that they're using, and I'm trying to get the people to pay for the damage they've caused. Cement work, sidewalks, clippings, instead of putting them over on their side and collecting, they just dump them over on our side of the fence, which is her direction, the crazy lady who lives next door. And yeah, that's life. Brad is coming home frazzled again, and his body is showing it. He has these ways of manifesting his nervousness and his anxiety without opening a word. He gets a very pink skin with some kind of pimple. It goes away when he's less nervous, and a stomach ache, and he talks faster, and he looks like he's got his mind on something else. He won't usually tell me unless I harangue and just say, Brett, tell me, let's go to sleep with a fresh start instead of waking up to the same thing the following morning. I hate that. So that's what we're doing. I can say it works. We're going to go to California, which I've been wanting to do for the longest time. I wanted to do that for our 20th anniversary, but he just couldn't get the time. His real estate title company is just flourishing after a bad attempt at it before where it caused a bankruptcy. But he personalized that as his failure, but now he realizes 2009 was just a lousy time to have a business in real estate. And he waited that out, went through his savings through probably about 2012. Things start to perk up again. He got a lot of people that are supportive of him. He's a very honest man. He's a good guy, but he does have his situation with nervousness. And I am now the only emotional support that he has. His mom is too much into herself, and Evie, who was our favorite, did interject some peaceful thoughts into his mind, and he took them in rather well. But she's been gone now for 3 years, and so we're not able to communicate with her. I said we should do a seance, actually. I've always wanted to. I think it's a good thing. She's watching us, I know she is. Just like our 17-year-old cat, beautiful Sage, who left us, unfortunately, I guess now it's about 4 years, and still miss her. She's my best friend. And I talked to her. She's now grandma, and she's up in the spirit world. We have one of her progeny is here, Bobo, and she is just a real fun cat. She has the same habits that Grandma had. So, oh dear, we know Grandma came back in Bobo. Mm-hmm. Guys, I am taking your time more than I wanted to today, but I will say this: I love you. When you feel comfortable with us, because I'm not going anywhere, like I said last time. I love this medium. it just gives us a chance to be put the shell of our friendship together. So then we do 1 or 2 or 3 years down the road, and then certainly thereafter, when we do get-togethers and meetups, we'll know each other. At least we'll know about each other. And you haven't been comfortable with me yet to send me any communications, or at least I haven't received any. They might be in process of getting to me, but I know many websites on YouTube do really well when they do question and answers from their viewers, and it is for you, absolutely. I think you'll get to know me pretty well. I have a personality that shows through a camera lens. I'm not acting, what you got is me, and I'm happy to be here with you. I really am. It's a wonderful way to communicate, and in a selfish standpoint, it's a great way to keep immortality. There's always going to be Paul and Brad and family out in YouTube land that will be able to understand what it's like to go day by day, and we'll understand what you have to deal with day by day. And I'm so glad that you're part of the family. I'm going to call you our Rainbow League, and that's what we're going to be, because life is happier every day. Yay. Forever after. Goodbye, guys. Thank you, Rainbow League, for inviting us into your home, and look forward to talking at you again next week. Same time, same channel. Bye-bye.